Hey, lovely, lovely, wonderful, beautiful, handsome people. A pleasant afternoon to everybody. So beautiful people. Somebody sent me an Instagram post, and I saw this young fellow, this young chap, asking the speaker, then if the man represents God, who does a woman represent? And he blurted out the devil and chuckled and laughed and so on, and made mention of that husbands shouldn't listen to their wives, or men shouldn't listen to women, because Adam had listened to Eve and we're knowing the problem. For those who may not be familiar with, if he's going to use the Bible, let us go back to Genesis 1 and chapter 2. Now, if it is not chapter 1, it may be chapter 2, where after God made Adam, he gave Adam direct instructions. So Adam got first hand information. At that time, Eve was not yet fashioned. She was not yet made or born, or however you'd want to coin her particular birth on earth. She was not around as yet. So when God gave him the information, remember that God gave Adam dominion over the earth. Okay, good. So watch me now. Watch me now. He gave Adam the instructions, and over the birds, the bees, and the animals and whatnot. And then he pulled a part of him and fashioned Eve after he would have given the instruction about not touching this tree while you can touch all others, with the intention for Adam to pass that information on to Eve, because it wouldn't make any sense for God, who is an all intelligent God, super intelligent above our intelligence, would naturally expect, after fashioning, forming Adam in a particular way and guiding him as to things to do, would have told him, you tell this information because I'm going to provide a helpmate for you. So this information you are going to pass on. All of what I've shared with you. So that information he would have passed on to Eve. Now listen to me keenly and carefully now as we go on to chapter 2 to 3. So it's between chapters 1 through 2 and to 3. All right. So Eve is fashioned. He tells Eve everything that God would have shared with him. Good. No, the enemy is very deliberate because he's very strident and witty, very corrupt, but he didn't lose his anointing. It only became corrupt. He didn't lose his wisdom. It only became corrupt, but he's still wise. Good. And he knows that Eve didn't get a direct instruction from God. This is Adam telling her everything that God told him and that they're not to do or what they can do. So that is why he was able to implant doubt, because he said, are you sure? God said. And I can understand, because she didn't get the direct instruction from God. It was Adam who get it. Go and read Genesis 1, chapters 1 and 2, maybe up to 3. But you definitely will find it among those 3 chapters. All right. If you continue to read while the enemy is talking to Eve, convincing her that what God said may not be true, it said that Adam was nearby, which tells a story that if his wife is nearby, he's going to, and she's the only one there with him, apart from the enemy and apart from God. He's going to be very curious about her whereabouts, and he's going to be curious about who is talking to her, and she and her talking. That's natural for any human being that cares about somebody that is put in their place as helpmate. Good. So he would have been hearing the conversation and listening. May not hear everything clearly, he may have. All of that went on, and she was tricked. Good. It said she handed the fruit to her husband, and he took and he ate. It therefore tells me that Adam had to be the one being reprimanded and scolded, held to higher authority or higher accountability than Eve, because he was made first 1, 2. He was made the head second 3, 2. Sorry. He was made ahead, and 3, he was given the direct instruction from God. Eve was given second-hand information. So because she didn't directly get it from the source, and we're going by assumption, and I'm using the laws of induction and then deduce it naturally, because we're not expecting Adam to be emotionally unintelligent or there was no intelligence quotient, there was no knowledge. He got the information for him to pass on. Good. So he passed. So when she came to him, he was supposed to say, no, 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 Eve. Remember, I said to you, God said we're not to touch this. No. And put his foot down. But he was like a wuss. You know, he was like it was weak. It come like same did I wonder too if God did tell him. And we're going on the basis for the fact that he took it. So we could more understand her taking it because she was not made for, she was not given the direct instruction from God. When God gave Adam the instruction, Eve was not made as yet. So when the man said, don't listen to women, I said, I need you to read this. Please, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. Epilogue, meaning conclusion of Proverbs 31, starting from verse 10. A wife of noble character who can find? She's worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full, didn't say part, full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. So it's speaking about her stewardship. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds the distaff. In her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. So not just the poor. You may have people who are in need, may look good and all of that, but they're in need. She extends to them as well. So both the poor and the needy. So you see the magnitude of a woman. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She's clothed in fine linen and purple, so she dress good. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. Some versions say when she opens her mouth, wisdom comes. This says she speaks with wisdom. And as far as I know, if somebody speaks with wisdom, you do what? You listen to that person, not just hear. And faithful instruction is on her tongue. So how they say don't listen to women? It says, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness, meaning she doesn't slander, she doesn't gossip, she doesn't spread propaganda, rumor, she doesn't engage in such evil, devilish, wicked, sinister, malevolent, malicious acts. Her children arise and call her blessed or blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. When she opens her mouth, wisdom comes. She goes out and she works vigorously. She makes sure that her household is provided for, and whatever she utters, she gives faithful instructions. What do you mean don't listen to women? What? What does he mean by not listening to women? Nonsense. You have to know the woman to listen to. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lions today. Good.